Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Brandon Lazar, and today I wanted to show a really cool thing that I encountered last year while managing my gutter and window cleaning business. At our peak, we have about 30 people on staff and a few people out in the office as well. So we're a medium to large size window cleaning business, and I want to share with you just a really interesting scenario. I feel like as entrepreneurs and business owners, we have a duty and an obligation to go out into the world and provide as much value and sell our service as much as possible so that we can improve the lives of our customers as well as our employees. With that also being said, I feel like we also have an obligation as leaders within our operation and managers or owners in order to really lead our people so that they can abide by a clear path of self-betterment. That means getting better each and every day. If they look back a year ago, then they should recognize that things are much different for the better. What I had at the time last year, I'm looking at the statistics from September 2nd to September 29th, and I had a gentleman on board named Angus. And what I recognized in this chart here, right here, this 30 versus 60-day trend percent essentially looks at the last 30 days in terms of how productive they were, what their productivity was in terms of dollars per hour, and it compares that against the month before, the 30 days before. So essentially, if we have a negative trend, that could recognize that something's going on in that person's life, or for whatever reason, they're showing a downward trend, which is never the case of what you actually want for your people. On a better, more advantageous scenario would be a constant linear upswing to show that they're always progressing and always improving. What's really cool is I can tick this box here and it'll, in plain English, tell me that Angus's productivity has gone from $79.70 per hour from the 2 months ago to a more recent productivity of $66. His productivity has dropped from $79 to $66 for a net change of 16%. He's dropped by 16%. To me as a business owner, I see this as nothing but a yellow, if not red flag. You know, obviously a pattern is forming here with this particular employee, and it's up to me as the owner to recognize it, but then also get in front of it. What's really awkward and frustrating as business owners is if we don't have information like this, then basically we can't be the best version of ourselves. We can't lead our employees in the best way possible, the most efficient way possible, and ultimately it'll be at their demise. They won't get as good, or they won't correct course. As it turned out in this actual scenario, Angus was an awesome guy. You know, his intentions were there. He had good work ethic. He was a hard worker. And all it really took is me having this conversation with him to bring up the observation of how things were kind of on a relative decline. And it was almost the case that you could see him basically reflecting in the moment and recognizing that, you know, stuff had been coming into work. As it turned out, he had some issues with his girlfriend at the time, and his home life was a little bit turbulent. But it took this spreadsheet in order to identify what was going on and articulate that there was like a registered change in his productivity and the behavior that was coming into work. As it turned out, all it took was me identifying that to him, and he was able to completely correct course. Now, that's not always the way it gets handled, but certainly it's the best case scenario if you can identify an issue and then allow the employee that knowledge and be able to self-correct on their own. And that's exactly what happened. So I'm pleased to report after this was brought up, basically he corrected course and he got right back to the awesome, super energy filled guy that we know and love. So I just wanted to quickly share this with you because I do feel like sometimes as business owners, we're trying to make split decisions on the fly with a bunch of shots from the hip. And if you're doing that from partial or limited information or information that's old, be it an accounting statement that's, you know, from last quarter or what have you, it's really hard to point these sort of things out and have these super valuable teaching moments that you can share with your staff in order to improve their work quality and to level them up as human beings. And I do feel like that is a responsibility of us as managers or owners of a home service business. If you're interested in how I do this, it's actually generated through a little side project that we have called HourlyIQ. If you want to learn more about stuff like this and how we stay on the cutting edge of recognizing what's going on with our business as well as each of our individual employees, feel free to pop over to our website, HourlyIQ.com. Again, my name is Brandon Lazar. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll chat with you soon.